All right, and in fact, we turn our focus now to the killing fields of Madhya Pradesh. The farmer agitation peaked in Mandsaur, Ratlam, Indore. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi, even as we speak, is headed to Mandsaur to meet the families of the 5 farmers who had lost their lives during clashes with the security forces on Tuesday. The state government, let us remind you, has denied him permission to make this visit. But despite that, he persists. Accompanying him at this point are senior leaders of the Congress. There is Digvijay Singh, there is Kamal Nath, there is Sachin Pilot, senior leader of the Congress from Rajasthan. What's notable is that Rahul Gandhi actually tried to enter, or is going to try and enter, Madhya Pradesh at Neemuch, which is the border between Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. These are exclusive images that we have of Rahul Gandhi from just a while ago when he was in Udaipur. All right, we've got Preeti Chaudhary with us on the phone line from Mandsaur. Preeti, what are you hearing about the Congress Vice President? Is he any closer to crossing the border?
All right, Padmaja, right now we are at Neemuch, so we are moving towards, so what we do know is he's left from there. There are 2 ways to actually reach Mandsaur. Now there's heavy police deployment at Neemuch. That is where, in all probability, he was to be detained. What we are hearing now is that he might actually take the other route, which is, from Rajasthan, Pratapgarh side, and try and make his way to Neemuch, because he is adamant. And what the security officials are telling us, absolutely adamant that he wants to meet the family. So what he's actually going to do is, Padmaja, that he might actually get onto a motorcycle. So, and there might be a decoy motorcycle is what we are hearing. And, on the back of a motorcycle, make his way through those villages from the other side. So, quite a bit of drama playing here. Already, I'm going to send you visuals in just about 5 minutes. So, the police, where Rajasthan meets Madhya Pradesh, the border at Neemuch, the police has done a full nakabandi here. And, of course, waiting for Rahul Gandhi to reach here with all the band of ministers. But what we are hearing from local leadership of the Congress here is that he actually intends to get on a motorcycle to evade the being detained and make his way through the interior of Pratapgarh, which is not the main highway, and come through the villages and maybe try to reach Mandsaur, especially the villages which are really not inside the main town of Mandsaur but on the outskirts. Well, that's what we are hearing right now.
Well, that's all very impressive. This very elaborate plan of hide and seek, playing hide and seek with the police, that has been apparently conjured up by the Congress leadership. But at the end of the day, what is it really going to achieve, Preeti? Because prohibitory orders are in place, so this entire cavalcade at some point, motorcycle or not, is going to be stopped.
Well, you're right there, because the entire cavalcade will be stopped. And, look at the fallacy of this visit, Padmaja. What's the point? Prudence would demand that you don't do something like this, especially at a time where Mandsaur is on the boil. So, yes, at some level the cavalcade would be stopped, but what we do know is that he's quite adamant, and I really want to send you some shots because we're actually coming into the border. It's interesting because it's not just the police is what I'm seeing right now, Padmaja. I'm just going to, get out of my car here. Actually, paramilitary forces as well that have been deployed, that have been deployed waiting for Rahul Gandhi here. What we are hearing that there are going to be 2 cavalcades, 1 decoy cavalcade which will come to the national highway, which will comprise of maybe the senior leadership that is traveling with him. But he himself might get onto a motorcycle. It's bizarre, the drama that's playing out. Might get onto a motorcycle behind a farmer, because that's how usually locals travel here. It's the only way where the police is letting you go, because, there's been curfew in place, essential needs are in need, and they're letting go of a few people who are locals, on a motorcycle, and if an excuse is given, they're letting them pass.
All right, so that... Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Preeti, just stay on with me because
let's... Sorry, yes, yeah, Padmaja.
All right, let's also just remind our viewers that there is the other side of the story. While we are questioning the advisability of this entire visit that the Congress is arranging to Mandsaur, to Madhya Pradesh, there is the other question of some answers that the government and union ministers need to give. The state government and the union ministers. For one, there is the case of Agriculture Minister Radha Mohan Singh. There you see him on stage. He was in Bihar today. and he was doing the Maun Asan. We tried to ask him why he hasn't spoken a word on the death of 5 farmers in Madhya Pradesh. He was quick to remind us that this is about the yoga movement. It was about the yoga revolution. Well, perhaps he would also do well to turn his attention, even for a little while, to the other movement that is currently going on in Madhya Pradesh. Listen in to what happened when we tried to get some answers from the Agriculture Minister.
3 दिन तक यहाँ रहेंगे।
अच्छा, ये आंदोलन के बारे में क्या कहें? किसान का
जो आंदोलन चल रहा है यहाँ,
किसान आंदोलन जो चल रहा है
3 दिन तक यहाँ रहेंगे।
अच्छा, ये आंदोलन के बारे में क्या कहें? किसान का
जो आंदोलन चल रहा है यहाँ,
किसान आंदोलन जो चल रहा है।
All right, I just want to play that out again. The simple question from us was, किसान के बारे में आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं? The minister replied, योग आंदोलन चल रहा है. Just listen to that again.
3 दिन तक यहाँ रहेंगे।
अच्छा, ये आंदोलन के बारे में क्या कहें? किसान का
जो आंदोलन चल रहा है यहाँ,
किसान आंदोलन जो चल रहा है
3 दिन तक यहाँ रहेंगे।
अच्छा, ये आंदोलन के बारे में क्या कहें? किसान का
जो आंदोलन चल रहा है यहाँ,
किसान आंदोलन जो चल रहा है।
Well, even better, the minister is going to be in Bihar for the next 3 days, concentrating, directing all of his attention to the pressing issue of doing yoga. There is a fact that there are still farmers who are talking about their demands not being met in their entirety, and this issue is not just limited to Madhya Pradesh alone, but also to Maharashtra. There are other states also where farmers are now going to bring up the same demands. But I want to go back to Preeti Chaudhary now. Hopefully we'll get Supriya Bhardwaj also in a while, because she has been tracking Rahul Gandhi since the morning. How advisable are political visits? This is a question that we asked to a number of senior leaders who in fact are accompanying Rahul Gandhi. We spoke to Sachin Pilot earlier. We also spoke to Digvijay Singh. We'll play out those reactions in a bit. We'll try and get Preeti Chaudhary on the phone line as well. I want to play out for you right now the story that really matters. What happened all through yesterday, and what is the aftermath of the violence that seemed to consume at least 4 districts of the state. These are the remains of the day. My colleague Preeti Chaudhary sent us this report.
All right, so this is what we are witnessing right now. This is the highway which connects Udaipur to Mandsaur. Trucks just lined up, completely torched, roads completely blocked. You can see the paramilitary force coming in because there are fresh cases that have been reported outside. We've been told not to cross a particular limit and stay here. You can see them taking out their equipment. The Vajra van is right up in front. That's what's leading this group. Basically, what the police and the administration is telling us now is the fact that this entire protest has been taken over by anti-social elements, and now they've decided to crack down under criticism that they have been given a free hand till now. All right, you can see right in front of us, the arsonists have completely vandalized this toll booth. Now, this is where we came from in the morning. It's interesting to note within a span of 4-5 hours, they completely took over this toll booth, and you can see what is left behind. I'd also ask my camera person, you can see the glasses there completely smashed. They've actually set this toll booth on fire. Now, there is a major criticism coming in for the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government, and the criticism states that because of what happened yesterday and the ambiguity in all of that, it does seem that a free hand, in fact, has been given to the farmers there who are on a rampage, who, of course, the government now calls nothing more than anti-social elements.
All right, my colleague Preeti Chaudhary now joining us live. She is at Neemuch. This in all likelihood is going to be the point of entry for Rahul Gandhi into Madhya Pradesh. Yes, Preeti, over to you.
Padmaja, I'll tell you where we are right now. So now we are actually positioned between at the border where Rajasthan meets Madhya Pradesh. Neemuch is where it does. It's bizarre with what's going on, because there's, it seems to be now a massive political slugfest between the BJP and the Congress. In just about a few minutes, I'll actually be able to show you visuals, because what we are witnessing, there's a 4-tier layer security, including the paramilitary, the police, the rapid action force. Now, what they're telling us is that, of course, there's a Nakabandi in place, but all of them, 4 layers, Padmaja, over a span of about 500 meters, waiting for the cavalcade of Rahul Gandhi. On the other hand, what we are hearing, I spoke to the DIG, and what they're telling us is that there could be a chance that Rahul Gandhi, his entire leadership, the top leadership that he's traveling with, could actually take the highway and come through this way. So, of course, that whole photo op here, while they get detained, but Rahul Gandhi himself might actually get onto a decoy, which is a motorcycle. That is how locals usually travel here. Take the other route, which comes in from Pratapgarh. Now, that's a very porous route. There's no highway there. Multiple villages. That's the route, actually, that our team took yesterday to reach Mandsaur. So, porous route, lots of villages, which lead to the city of Mandsaur. So, that's what even the local leadership is saying, that at any cost, Rahul Gandhi has told them that he needs to meet with the family of those deceased in the firing day before yesterday. But if I could give you numbers, Padmaja, I would think at least right now over 400 security personnel lined up in 3-tier security, actually 4-tier, now that I look at it, 4-tier security, waiting for the cavalcade of Rahul Gandhi. So somewhere down the line, it seems to be a complete Congress versus BJP, where, of course, the BJP administration in the state adamant that they will not let him set foot in Madhya Pradesh, in Mandsaur. He'd be detained the minute he does so.
Well, and that is exactly the reason why we have been pointing out the futility of this entire political visit. And you, Preeti, for one, have travelled a fair distance to try and reach this point close to the Madhya Pradesh-Rajasthan border. You are witnessing here a 4-tier security in anticipation of Rahul Gandhi at a time when central forces have been requested only because so far the police found itself short of enough force to control the situation. And here a 4-tier security is being put in place only in anticipation of Rahul Gandhi.
Well, Padmaja, since yesterday, see, now I'll tell you what, 4 companies of the CRPF were called in, 2 companies of the Rapid Action Force. However, even yesterday, they were told in not too many words not to use force. Multiple times yesterday, we did see the RAF, actually, the Rapid Action Force, retreating in the face of arsonists, retreating in the face of heavy violence, not doing anything. Only post 7 p.m. yesterday did we actually see the Rapid Action Force and the CRPF and the police crackdown, because things got out of hand. Banks were being burnt, normal citizens in buses were being targeted, petrol pumps were set afire. So that is when the Madhya Pradesh government woke up to the fact and actually started cracking down on them.
All right.
But having said that, let's look at today. Since the morning, we've come from Mandsaur. I have travelled about 40 kilometers to where this Nakabandi is. We didn't see any deployment of the paramilitary forces, just a few police personnel trying to keep the curfew. And the curfew is relatively extremely peaceful right now in Mandsaur city. But the minute we reach here, we are going to send you visuals very soon. There is a sea of paramilitary forces, a 4-tier security. Let's look at it. Let's put this in perspective, Padmajat, because somewhere down the line, it is, I think, the egos have come in for both political parties. Rahul Gandhi adamant. And look at it how it's playing out. He's actually, what we are hearing is that he might use a decoy vehicle in the form of motorcycle.
Okay, very interesting. Elaborate planning on the part of the Congress.